In the first YouTube on this channel, we built the Angular To application with Firefly Semantics Slice and Materialize. In this YouTube, we're going to go ahead and convert the UI over to Angular material. The Stackblitz from the first YouTube, along with the actual YouTube, is linked in the description below. So we're going to go ahead and fork that Stackblitz, and then we'll go ahead and convert it. And just so you know where we're headed, this is the end result of our conversion. So first we need to fork our previous Stackblitz. So we'll go to developer.fireflysemantics.com and we'll type in slice to do. And this is our written tutorial on the first one. So we'll go ahead and fork this Stackblitz. And voila, we have it forked. Now that we have a new environment, I'm just going to go ahead and change the title. So we're just going to call this Angular 13 Slice To Do app with Materialize. I've also gone ahead and opened up the new version of this in the tab right next to it. That way we can see what we're changing things into as we're going along. All right, so we're back in our fork and we'll just close this, and we no longer want to use Materialize. So we're going to go ahead and go to index.html and we'll just remove the style sheet link like that. We also need to add Angular material to our dependency. So we're going to go ahead and type in @Angular material, hit enter. So we're going to go grab that dependency, and another dependency that we're going to use is Firefly Semantics Material Base Module. And this is a module that we created, and it contains all of the Angular material components. And by adding this module, we can skip adding each Angular material module one by one. And so this just helps us get going faster. Before we can use any of the Angular material components, we need to update our app module to include the Firefly Semantics material base module. So we'll go ahead and type in material base module right there. And that's that. Just a note for this step, if you use autocomplete for the import, it may give you the full path to the module. So what you have to do in that case is just delete that part from the import, and now you're okay. Since we're only going to be changing the user interface, we only need to update the templates. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to copy in the new template, and then I'll explain the changes to the elements and the styling as we go along. Let's go ahead and start with the add component. And we'll go here, and we'll go to open up components here, and grab our new material template, and copy that over. And we have a couple of new styles for this too, so we'll grab those. Okay, so we've updated this template, and let's see. So what we have here is that we've used a mat form field with the input for the to do, and a mat label for the label. And instead of having an eye that Materialize uses, we're using a mat icon for the add box. And down here, we're just changing the size of the icon a little bit, and we're making the form field width 100%. Let's convert our filter components. So we'll open that up, and we'll go here, close this one, open up filter, and grab the new template, like that, put that in there. And we need to do our new style rules as well. So we'll grab those like that, and come here. Copy over the styles. All right, now we have that. All right, and what we've done with Material is we've gone ahead and put a mat select inside a mat form field, and we've used a mat label for the filter label. And inside the mat select, we're using a mat option, and we're iterating over all our filter values inside that mat option. And we also have changed the value assignment from using ng value to just using value. And so that's that change. And we've also set the width of the form field to 100%. All right, 2 more to go. Let's do the to-do component here. And grab the template. Okay, so we have our new template, and then we'll go ahead and grab the style rules. Like that. So our change here is that we're using a mat checkbox instead of an input field with type checkbox. And we're still just binding the form control to this new element like this. And inside the inner HTML of the element, we're using to-do.title as the content there. So we've changed our button to be a minifab button. The color is worn, and we're still just assigning the click on it to the delete function within the component. For the style, we've changed the display from block to flex, and we've set a width on it to be 100%. We've also added 100% width to the fs_to_do class, and as you can see here, what it does is it sets justify content to space between, and that spaces the checkbox with the checkbox label and the delete button out, so that the delete button ends up at the end of the row, and the checkbox and the title is at the beginning. Okay, last one, to-dos component. Let's go ahead and go here and grab the template. Like that. And we'll grab the styles. Like this. And so here we're using an H2 now with the font family set to Lotto. And for the collection container, we're using mat list. You can see that here. And within mat list, there's a mat list item, and we're iterating on that item through all of the selected to-dos. And that's it for that change. We're also setting each mat list item to have a width of 100%. Now, since this is Stackblitz, we don't get the Indigo Pink theme for free like we normally do when we do a CLI project. So in order to install that, we're going to go ahead and go to developer.fireflysemantics.com. You can go here, type in Indigo, and click on that, and you'll see that we have a link to the Indigo theme down here. So we'll go ahead and get out of there, and then we'll go to index.html, and no, not index.html, styles.css, and we'll add the theme there. And the very last thing we need to do before we can get rolling is add the browser animations module. So we'll go here, type in browser animations module. Okay, now we have all the pieces that we need. So let's go ahead and test things out. There we are. Okay, so first to do, second to do, completed, nothing, active, completed, 1, active, 1, all of them. And let's go ahead and delete. And that's that. I hope you enjoyed this as much as I enjoyed making it. And as always, if you have any questions, comments, just leave them for me and I'll get back to you. Have a wonderful day, and I'll see you in the next one.